let's start this. Because you Vandals, you mentioned it last episode. There was someone on the HJU Twitter who mentioned that because you said that, he went and tracked down the My Little Pony episode. So it got me a little curious because you said that there's been word around the internet that the new My Little Pony show was actually kind of good.
Everybody I know who saw it through one way or another relayed only one message, which was, I can't tell you why, but that was really cool. And it started to make me get very suspicious, so I was like, I should watch this. And then it's all compounded when we're setting up this episode of HJU Radio, and Keith suddenly goes like, oh, by the way, guys, what you geeked on this week is My Little Pony. And we're like, what? Ega Devil's like, wait, My Little what? How do you watch that? And Keith's like, here's an episode. And I was like, alright, I guess it's time.
You first, Ega Devil, what do you think of My Little Pony, The Return?
Where does one start?
I guess it would start with, did you watch it when you were a kid?
No. Well, I remember the movie because I know my sister liked it. She had like the Pony Palace and all that, you know.
Nice.
And I kind of remember it vaguely. Like when I heard the theme song and all that, I was like, oh yeah, that's right, My Little Pony. Yeah, I don't know. It exactly what Vangela said. Like, it was cool, and I'm not really sure I can explain why.
I agree.
I
agree.
I don't know. It's just, it started off, and they had that whole backstory, and I was like, this is kind of interesting. Like, for a show aimed at little girls, this is kind of badass in a way.
My Little Pony builds its own mythology.
And literally mythology.
Yeah.
Like, mythology.
Yeah, the animation was really good. Like, I was kind of impressed by that. I was like, this is a really, just a good-looking show. Like,
simple and stylized, kind of like, it was kind of like Samurai Jack, almost, I think.
The woman who's heading up this project, in her resume is Powerpuff Girls.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Cool.
That's where a lot of this is coming from, and that animation was gorgeous. It was smooth, and it was well animated in that you could see the storyboards happening, and every character had their own style of movement, expression, speech, react. Like,
yes,
considering that they're all ponies, thus they lack hands. The amount of just character in okay. Story, the girliness, the singing, whatnot, all of that, sure, maybe that's all dumb. But the thing that strikes me about this show is, even if you hate everything going on, you cannot deny how technically fantastic it looks.
Yeah. I have to say that it's definitely not for my demographic. I will not be following the series, but I can definitely see, if you're like a little girl, I mean, this is something really good for you. It even made me raise my eyebrow a bit about how it kind of tickled the. I wouldn't mind getting a Rainbow Dash action figure.
Do you know how many?
That guy was kind of cool.
Do you know how many people have emasculated themselves because Pinkie Pie won them over so hardcore? Okay, just going into this, the only thing I've seen about this show was one animated GIF that held my interest, which was 5 of those characters charging like war horses headlong towards the camera, and Pinkie Pie kind of bouncing lightly like a balloon up and down on the left edge of the frame as they're all charging head first. And I was like, okay, this looks kind of awesome.
Yeah, and I dig the names. It's really Transformer-esque for girls.
If you go wiki diving, a lot of those names apparently there's a My Little Pony fandom, FYI, and a lot of those names are their 84 Autobots. A lot of those names are apparently hardcore established. Apparently their appearances are all throwbacks to stuff that My Little Pony fans would all fan wank over, and I was kind of like, man, this is animated for My Little Pony fans.
There is, I've never actually considered this, My Little Pony fandom.
It's huge.
Do you think the My Little Pony fandom is having arguments right now over whether this is true to the original or not?
If they are, I will smack them because, okay, I've not watched a lot of My Little Pony at all. When I was a kid, I saw maybe 1 or 2 episodes, but this is, to me, this looks like, not only in animation, but in concept, a superior storytelling piece. And by having it so, with this mythology and having this light, admittedly, nature of action to it, it makes it so much more accessible to such a wider audience than just having a bunch of ponies going like, magic hair, bees.
Let's see, and Evangelist, with your usual style, can you tell the listeners the mythology behind the show?
Okay, so like 5 million years. By the way, this show takes place in a land already I was won over, the land of Equestria. All right, how awesome is that?
And it was 1,000 years to the day.
Yeah, 1,000 years ago. And okay, I never thought I'd see My Little Pony paying homage to Kamen Rider Agito in that the Sister of Light and the Sister of Darkness, who created all of pony kind. All right? The Sister of Light makes the sun rise, and the Sister of Darkness, the little sister, makes the moon come up and the night come. The Sister of Darkness gets mad that all of their creations and subjects, basically, ignore her because they go to sleep at night, so she gets power mad and turns into Nightmare Moon.
Yeah, I love that name.
Friggin' says sun no longer comes up and goes insane, and it's like, you're all gonna worship the night. If you haven't seen Agito, alright, the number of allusions here to Agito are amazing, which is hilarious to me considering how much Agito alludes to and challenges the very nature of God and creation at times. So, they her sister, the Sister of Light, is all like, you're crazy! And Nightmare Moon's all like, I am! And so, with a bunch of artifacts, this Sister of Light literally banishes her sister to be a silhouette in the moon for 1,000 years, and like
until the stars come and break her out of
the stars align. And
yeah, I wonder if are they going to get that deep into it as to who the stars are? Are they going to be really ambiguous about it?
That's what I thought too. I was like,
know.
is there some like greater evil force that's gonna where's this going? I'm kind of interested to see.
Astro ponies.
I took a look at the episode list, and it looks like there's, generally the episode concepts are very simple and a whole lot less epic than the opener. But there's an episode where it's all like, we're gonna go and fight a dragon or something like that, and then there's like, I don't know. There's like some episodes which is like, it's talent show time, and then there's episodes which is like, there's a loose dragon coming out of a mountain, we're gonna go fight it, we need someone's help. And it's like all the episodes are about like, take, member of the cast. It's very Power Rangers-y to me. Mm-hmm. It's like, member of the cast, it's their focus episode where their obvious character trait is challenged and they have to overcome their fault.
Is there going to be a Megan in this series?
I didn't see the name anywhere, but I did see that there's continuity. Like, one of them gets a power up. She gets her cutie mark, and then there's another implication that one of the characters who does not currently have wings at some point gains wings, and then there is an episode about her abusing her wing powers and getting carried away with having wings and having to be told, like, you gotta come back down to Earth.
It will not happen, but I will not buy an action figure. I'm just saying that if I see a Rainbow Dash, I will stop and look at it though.
I'll make a promise here. I will buy an action figure if they do a storyline where they like go out into the desert or something and they find the original Pony Palace.
Oh shit!
It's been like buried and all that, and there's like the other ponies there, some of the original ones. They do a whole like Beast Wars thing.
The forgotten ponies.
How insane is it that a My Little Pony cartoon not only had mythology and like a pretty intense storyline, but had action scenes?
Yeah, and what I thought was really cool is they had the restraint enough not to show you the Pony Princess, the sun.
Yeah,
princess?
yeah.
Well,
there's a build up to see the princess when she arrives, but she's, I guess, kidnapped, and Nightmare Moon. Love that name.
Well, you might get a little bit annoyed with how that two-parter ends, but just as a two-parter, it was damn solid. I thought the whole thing plays out like an unbelievably superior version of one of the old Care Bear movies,
or the Rainbow Bright movie, which I actually watched a little while ago too. Rainbow Bright and the Star Stealer was actually fucking good. I will stand by that one.
But this new My Little Pony cartoon, anyone tells you this thing's worth watching, at least the opening two-parter is worth watching. If the show goes a lot more generic from there, I don't know. But that opening two-parter, like, storyline, action, unbelievably good animation. Like, I was really surprised.
Yeah, so if you were ever a My Little Pony fan and not ashamed of it, your show has returned. Like, you have something to watch, just like Transformers fans had Transformers Animated, and us Power Ranger fans, every so often we have a good show. You guys now have.
Also, apparently Pinkie Pie is one of the heroes of B on 4chan because of the faces she pulls, and that's what I meant with the storyboard aspect. The faces they pull at times, the expressions are amazing.
I was trying to remember which one Pinkie Pie was, and yeah,
she's the
hyper one.
Yeah, the hyper bouncy one who. Well, actually, you don't know what she does in episode 2, but she
was really shy at first when she met.
Oh no, that's Fluttershy.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah,
that's
Fluttershy.
Okay, and I got to say again, Fluttershy opening scene. The voice acting was great, where she's all, and then like there's a scene where it's like she's all shy that she's meeting someone new, and she's like,
Yeah.
and then there's a shot from her POV with like the hair hanging down so you can barely see anything because she's literally hiding underneath her own bangs.
Yep.
And I was like, man, like this is like it's a generic character concept, and this is something that's been done before, but stylistically this is like so solid that
comedic timing was impeccable. I was cracking up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. My date sat quietly, although after it was over, she was like, "Actually, that was kind of good."
Okay,
I
so
like My Little Pony as a kid.
any of you out there who give Keith a hard time about not liking Deno and going like, "Oh, you just want grimdark stuff," all right? He enjoyed the first 2 episodes of My Little Pony. He officially has something to fall back on next time he starts going all like Deno.
Well, I like My Little Pony. My Little Pony is far more serious than Deno.
What does that say about Deno? That I like My Little Pony more.
My Little Pony has better mythology than Deno. I said it. Anyway.
There goes the thread.
So that. Okay. I can't believe we nerd splooged all over My Little Pony.
That was fun.